Yeah, no, I slightly cheat the way that these events occur at all because they only ever happen in the case that passive points could have been gained. Or oh no, they don't only occur in the case that passive points could have been gained, but they only occur in the case that event points would have been gained. Because that way I just don't have to run like, I mean, it's not that bad. It would just be one additional check that I run every frame. And if I want precise timing with it, which I kind of do, then I should probably do it that way. Because like event points is under the hood, and all the passive points is also under the hood, so those two, you know, those two work out fine in that manner. But I guess with excuse me. Whoa, sorry. Wow. Yeah, I guess I should just put in a I should just separate this out. So what is it? It's this whole section here. I'll just unindent this. And so now this will get checked every frame, not just when the event points whatever happens. And so yeah, because these can also happen. Like this, the occurrence of this is like this can happen whenever. Like if it wasn't such a complex computation, then it could happen like every frame basically, and we could just have these growth opportunities happen like as soon as possible. But actually no, that would make the system weird and bad, and I don't actually want to do that. But we could hypothetically, because it wouldn't actually unbalance the system. It would just make it crudgy, or like it would just make it lame. Like you would only ever like birds would smile at you, and you'd get better at swimming. Or no, birds would smile at you, and like it would only ever hit the 3-pointers. It would never hit the big ones because, yeah, anyways. I don't even know why I'm caring about that. All right, so growth time. We have to just mess with growth time. So, yeah, okay, so now so when we're setting, oh yeah, we can't, so the funny thing is, since growth time is a longer timer than event time, we can't just choose it when we're setting growth time. We have to change it. We have to choose it when we're setting event time. So when we set event time, we have to check growth time and change growth time, possibly. That actually, I mean, that sounds like a nice life, Mr. David Ott, right? I could, if that was how I spent all my days, just getting better at swimming while the birds smiled, I I think I'd be happy. At least for a while. I might get old at some point. uh, so I guess it wouldn't hurt to check it when I'm... No, there's not even a point in checking it when I set growth time. I should just check it when I set event time. I don't know. I really like swimming. I used to. Hey, speaking of event time, when I had a gym with a pool, I would literally swim for like 4 hours in a day. Maybe not 4 hours. Maybe close to like 3.5 hours. But I would just like I would go to the. It was just, I don't know. It's just one of those things that really works for me. Swimming. Like I don't like exercise. I don't even consider swimming exercise. I just consider it like a full body massage where you just flail around. And I don't know. No, it's just so comfortable. Because like if you're gonna exercise, like hypothetically, if you think of it as exercise, if you're gonna exercise, the way to exercise is to do it in a giant pool of coolant, right? Because like otherwise you're gonna get all like sweaty and gross. But like in a pool, it's just like, oh, anyways. So where do the events conclude? They conclude down here. It's like one of the last things. So yeah, so event played. Where do we choose the new event time? Because we need to choose the new event time first. Event time, yes. Okay. So So what do we need to check? We need to check. It doesn't really matter if. Oh, we need to check two things. If the growth time has already transpired, it means that the growth would have occurred in the middle of the event, but it didn't happen because of the event. So, first we check that, and if that's the case, we just push out the growth time just like 60 seconds. Just give it a little time, right? Actually, maybe a little more than 60 seconds. Maybe more like 2 minutes, because we because why? Because we okay, right. Because I was like, what? I knew I had a reason. It just as soon as it went into my mind, it went out the other side. Uh, so good job, Mr. David. So the reason, right, the reason that the reason we want to give it some time is in case the event at the end of the event, if many people participated, it could take a little while to show all the experience gains from that event. And so we want to at least give it a fair amount of time to show that before we start showing the experience for this instead. Hopefully that will be enough of a clarifying factor. Okay. I mean, the other thing is I could just come up with a new way to oh, hey, congratulations, Cyril. Way to go. You're almost there. You've nearly caught up with Lauren already. The the other thing I could do is just change the way I present that information. So instead of just make it literally distinctive so that I could even have a little phrase or something. Well, no, I was gonna say yeah. No, I think it's probably fine how it is. I'll just oh, whoops, sorry. I just noticed that my other computer finished doing that thing. So I'm all over the place today. But I'm just going to fix my other computer real quick. And it's going to take basically no time. Here, I'll put it into away mode so we can have another event while I'm doing this so that the stream isn't completely boring. Alright, here we go. Doop-a-doop. Sorry, I'm assuming my head is cut off on the top of the screen or something weird like that, but I'm just looking at I'm standing on my tippy toes to look at my other monitor because I'm trying to actually do something on my other computer real quick. I'm almost done though, so almost just have to just got it. Almost there. What am I? That was red. Okay, and then yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna kick this off, and then I'm on my other monitor. I'm replaying past dev streams, and I have a screen capture thing set up so that I'm taking screenshots of the past streams to create a what are the time lapse a time lapse thing of my stream. So I'm doing it at really really long time scale. So I think so. Let's see. I think I did. Yes, I checked it yesterday. I'd screenshot 10 hours of the video, and I think that turned out to like 2 minutes of the new video. So it goes really fast. And yeah, so I'm now I think now I've done like about 20 hours. I haven't compiled it yet, but yeah, it just finished with one of my whatevers, and so yeah, I heard there's like a thing that you. Oh, I am using Chronolapse. I heard there's like another. There's like an alternative to the Chronolapse compiler that you can use to. So the thing that I'm working on now, the time lapse thing, is actually for another talk that I'm giving on Monday, where I'm basically going to. It's a little thing. It's just a lightning talk, but I'm going to give the world's longest lightning talk by fitting like 30 or 40 hours into 7 minutes or so. That's my goal. I'm gonna come up with a script that should take me like 12 minutes to read, and I'm just gonna read it as fast as possible. I'm just gonna be like, that's my plan, anyways. So yeah, that's what I'm just putting that together on my other computer. Pardon. I deactivated away mode, right? Yeah. Okay. Good then. Good. Everything's going according to plan. Wonderful. And it's taking pictures again, and it's taking screenshots. Yeah, it looks like all is well. Well, I'm not literally going to read a script, but I'm basically like, like the whole point is that instead of like it's going to be oh right, like a theater type script, not not like say underscore q dot append open parenthesis outro underscore string close, but like like an actual presentation. Would it? Yeah, script is that's what you put on a teleprompter, right? Like a script is what you would call that. I don't know. So yeah, all right. I'm just gonna So now I'm gonna do that thing that I said I was gonna do. So, so if growth time, growth underscore time, growth. I can do this, you guys. Underscore time is less than frame time. That means that it already passed, and we just need to kick it out. So let's say growth time equals frame time plus like 200, or no, excuse me, 120 is 2 minutes. 120 is 2 minutes. And then we'll do the other thing too. We'll say else if can I just do abs? Is abs a thing? Yeah, there we go. Okay, if absolute value of event time. Oh wait, no, we don't have to do absolute value. We can just say if which one is it? If event time minus wait. If hold on, if this, I might be writing this backwards, but if event time minus growth time is less than, no, I should use the absolute values. Oops. If the absolute value of I can type, I swear. If the absolute value of event time minus growth time is less than 120, if they're that close together, then wait, I only want to move it if if the growth time is less than, so if what is this? If growth, wait, so growth time, I only want to do this in the case that growth time is less than event time. So is there an easier way to check this? I don't know. I'm probably doing stupid math here, but it's not like better math isn't like popping into my head real quick. So I'll just say if growth time is less than event time and that. I feel like there's a simpler way to do that. Like just skip the absolute value and arrange like those. I don't know, but I'm just gonna do it like that for now. Uh, and in that case, we will say growth. Growth time equals event time minus 120. So it'll be a solid 2 minutes beforehand. Yeah, I probably should figure out something, Trent, for the quality of the thing, because this will be for a presentation. It's going to be blown up on a pretty big screen. So if it's blurry, like it's probably going to look really blurry on the big screen. So I have a few days. It's not until Monday of next week. So I'm going to get all the screen capture done, hopefully by tomorrow morning. I'm going to let some of it run overnight, and then I'll have like the weekend to get it all figured out, hopefully. Yeah, I've heard there are like better tools for getting that sort of thing to work though. What are you complaining about? Invalid syntax. Is this not how you use absolute value? Because other than that, I don't know what's invalid here. If growth time less than event time and it's like math dot absolute value. No. I'll ask Python documentation how I'm supposed to use absolute value. My IDE yells at you. You mean like if I say like if true, and then just like don't put anything there? My IDE will yell at you. Well, if this wasn't evaluating as an error, it would. It'll like yell at me. It's like that's not okay. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't give me a. It actually doesn't give me an error. It just. Yeah, probably. Huh. Oh, Lauren has a bird? Congratulations, Lauren! Blammo. You are killing it. You're literally the maximum level at this point. Hold on, I want to see the bird. I want to see the bird. How's it look? Does it look okay? Oh, it's really high up. Is this supposed to be that high up? Maybe. Hold on, let me... I just want to see this closer up. Huh. Is that how it's supposed to... Yeah. I don't know. It looks okay. I might reposition it. I don't think it was supposed to be like that high up in the sky. Hey, Blue Dragon Gamer, welcome. Or the Blue Dragon Gamer, welcome. Sorry, I'm just putting the big, ugly, pink blob on screen because I want to see Lauren's bird. Yay! Yeah, that looks alright, I think. I mean, I should clean it up. It's part of the... Once I get back to the art pass, that is one of the assets that I'll want to clean up at some point. But other than that, I think it looks okay. What is it complaining about here? Invalid syntax. I assume it's because of the absolute value thing, right? If I got rid of the absolute value thing, it'd stop complaining. What? What are you complaining about? Am I crazy? Is it the parentheses? Are you upset about the parentheses? What on earth are you upset about? I'm losing my mind, right? What? I don't see it. I'd really, it's like one of those puzzles, right? You like you have to stare at it and then like you see like a sailboat or something. I'm like staring at this, but I do not see a sailboat. Uh, uh, oh wow. Yeah, you got it. You're good. You're probably good at those like hidden image whatever. All right. It's because yeah, I was like I was so sure it had to do with the absolute value thing because oh maybe okay. Yeah, I was so sure it had to do with the absolute value thing because I was pretty sure like I just like is it ABS open parenthesis like is that how you do it? And I was really expecting it to go wrong, but yep, okay. All right, thank you. Um, all right, save that and then uh yeah. So I'm not going to restart the script right now, but when I do, the timing will be a little bit better. I think with the growth time. Good, good, good. Uh, so yeah, let's go back to cleaning up the character art. Biggest top item on the backlog. Although now making new character art is a pretty big item on the backlog now that Lauren has made it to max level once more. Uh, and I think I have an idea of what we're gonna do with the art. So I think this time when we go to making the art, I think I'll succeed this time. I'm hoping I'll succeed this time. I think I'm gonna go. Well, I mean, we'll see it when we get there, but I think I'm gonna cut against the grain and instead. Whoa, did I export these already? Apparently. I guess. I don't remember doing that, but apparently I did. All right, whatever. So file. Oh no, these are the old ones. I was like, wait, I don't remember that stuff. All right, yeah, no. That's what that was about. All right, so these are good now. I'm pretty sure I finished these. Oh yeah, and yeah. Okay, so now yeah. Okay, right. Yeah, right. No, I was supposed to show all of them. And oh wow, they're just like random flecks up in the sky here for some reason. I don't know where those come from, but all right. So same thing, same as before. I mean, this should have the same dimensions as the other legs, or the other. This should have the same dimensions as the legs without boots. So copy. So oh, GM initiated growth. Yeah, I still have to figure that out. I'm gonna put that in the backlog. Like the real backlog. Journey. GM initiated growth. I can spell. Oh man. I think whatever Pretty Bird smiles at you. Maybe even Lauren's bird. Oh yeah. The thing that just occurred to me is like, oh yeah, all of those messages are very like you. They always say like they all say you. It's like it's your birthday. You got better at swimming. But then it also says one adventurer. So it's like it's a little weird. I think my explanation for that is that technically it is happening to everyone. Yes, you can see who it is. It's just not like it's not overt, but it shows it in the game because like only one person gets experience for it. But yeah, I think my rationale there is that it does technically happen to everyone, but only one person, or like only some subset of people actually gain experience from it. I don't know. I just put this in yesterday. This is literally the first day we've had this up and running. So if it seems a little weird, then that's probably because it's probably a little weird. So file, I'm just gonna make new stuff here. So, okay, so copy leg 0, file, open, or not open, file new. So save this as legs boots. Yes, save over these ones. Legs boots 0. Yes. Okay. Legs 1. File open. Or not open. File new. You can have a bird someday, Trent Sterling. I believe you're totally gonna get a bird, right, Trent? You'll get a bird someday. It just, I mean, it's not. It's one of the like Lauren. Whew, I'm seriously blown away by Lauren's like how good at this game Lauren is. I've mentioned this a few times, but I never anticipated someone would be as good at this game as Lauren is. So yeah, it's if you think to yourself like, wow, it's amazing that Lauren has like so much so soon, then yes, that is literally amazing. But yeah, just in like the general schedule of events, hypothetically, it would just typically take a little while longer for someone to get those things, which is how Lauren became the boss of the game. The one thing that I think is toughest for me about like conversion processes like these is that sometimes it gets a little monotonous. Like it's a little bit formulaic what you do in a situation like this. So that is the one thing that is my least favorite, I would say, about this sort of process. Yeah, now I have to set up the data. Equipment, legs. It should be the same data file as legs. So I'm going to copy this over, but I'm also going to double check it in case I accidentally picked up an extra pixel or something. Replace. Why does it give me a load bar to replace a file that is literally like, what is that? That's like 11 characters long. A text file with 11 characters in it. Takes like 2 seconds to copy over. Sure. Sure, Windows. Sure. Alright, so 61. Yeah, 6161 and 4821. Wait, what? It's up 1 pixel? Or it's over 1 pixel. Wait, what? That doesn't seem right. It's 1 pixel further? That doesn't seem right. Did I just get it wrong before? 6061? 6061 would be 1 pixel in that direction. No, that direction. I don't know how I feel about that. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it this way, and maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. So 4821, that is correct. Alright, so save that. Let me, real quick, let's look at the legs. And just see, like, are they really, like, let's zoom in a bit, and then are they really just offset by a pixel? Wait, this was, yeah, 0. Because if they're not offset by a pixel, I think I might have just, like, typoed it or something. I don't know. Wow, they really are. Oh, they're... No, that doesn't explain it. I did extend it by an extra pixel. Wait, what? Whoa, wait. 4721. Wow. What? I don't know how, but somehow I got the other one wrong. I It's kind of a miracle that I'm still alive, right? Like I make so many dumb errors just like all over the place. Like how 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 does that work? How did I make it this far? Uh so let me just check that I didn't mess up some of them. These should all be the same dimensions. Like for a given item, the dimensions should all be the same. So 4721, yeah. And for some reason I just wrote 4821 and got this one off by a pixel. So I don't know. The thing that's different between the two is that on this one, I cut off the toe, and on this one, I gave an extra pixel for the toe. So like debatably, this one actually is correct. I didn't actually need that extra pixel, but I did for whatever reason, and so that's why they're different. But that still doesn't explain how I got the first one so wrong. Science cannot explain that part of it. So, all right, cool. So now, what comes after boots? The compass. Oh, that should be simple. Because the chest doesn't actually change. It just we just put a compass around the neck. All right, so legs, head, adventure, back. Oh yeah, I should have the strap showing so that we can make that line up nicely. And then excuse me. What else? Oh right, arms. Our adventure can have arms, for example. And is that? I think that's all. Oh, the other part of the hat. Head. 2. All right, there we go. So this is our adventure at this stage, and now what we're gonna add in, open. I might instead of redrawing this one, I'll just adapt the one that we have because it should be fine. It should be just a little bit of cleanup work. Sorry, just 1 second. I'm gonna mute the microphone. I'm not actually going anywhere. I'll be right back. Sorry, just 1 second. Thank you for catching that. I completely missed it. Yep. Mr. David you just saved the world. um well, I like that? I don't know. When my microphone was muted, I was talking about how when I go off screen, a swarm of oh yeah, you probably saw me doing this, and that's because I was talking about how a swarm of red dots come in from the sides of the screen whenever I turn my back, and I was saying I think it's because the red dots are avoiding me, so they only show up when I turn my back. Okay, so yeah, what are the coordinates for the compass? I mean, they should be the same as for the shirt. So 6640. Copy. And this is chest layer 0. Sorry. Hey, did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear about like the music stuff that they're adding to Twitch? They like because you know how like a lot of streams. Oh wow, yeah, we totally moved where the neck is located relative to this character. So now the compass doesn't actually go around the neck; it just kind of like goes like. um, yeah. Apparently, like Twitch went through the trouble of licensing music for streamers to use, so that streamers don't have to use unlicensed music on their streams. They can actually like use. There's now like a library of like music that streamers can feature. I'm assuming right now it's like I mean I looked at the library specifically. I looked over it to see if it was any artist names that I recognized, and I didn't. So I'm guessing like it's starting small, but it's a really cool idea, and I'm hoping it grows because that's I don't know. Sometimes it kind of irks me. Like there are streamers who stream I would totally watch, except the way they're doing it now, like it really like bothers me, and so I literally can't enjoy their stream because of how they're doing it. Like just to be specific, what I mean by that is like some streamers right now, they'll do like donation jukebox, which like creeps me out just like fundamentally because basically what they're doing with that is like they're accepting money, and for the money that other people give them, they'll play a song that the person requests. But it's not their song. And like it's not like they license the song or anything. So basically they're stealing someone's music and making money off of it. And like I'm not going to like give someone a lecture about if they download an MP3 off the internet or something like that. But if you're literally taking someone else's art, misappropriating it, and making money off it, that's sketchy. That is just really sketchy. It's like, you know what? Instead of like stealing someone else's work, like, I don't know, maybe do something meaningful with your own life. Like, I don't know. That irks me. So that is why I'm kind of psyched about this new thing that they're adding, because it's like because now like the this music is legit licensed, and so I don't know what type of like what the licensing deal is, but now the musicians are actually getting money for it, so that like musicians are really amazing artists, like considering how much people love music. Like if there's a person on this planet who's like, I don't like music, like that's a weird person, right? So well, no, Mr. David Ott, you're missing the point entirely. The point is, okay, how about this, Mr. David Ott? If someone, like, I'm not saying, like, this is a realistic scenario, but, so what if, well, no, I'm not even going to bother explaining it, because it's actually it's a really obvious point. It's just don't take things that aren't yours. Like, if you anyone who didn't learn that in kindergarten, like, good luck learning it later in life. No, just my point is just that I don't know, people like musicians deserve, like, musicians, if a musician is really if a musician does create something good, like, they deserve to be compensated for it just like any other artist. Like creating games is a creative profession. So like if someone like if I made a game and I released it and someone took my game and sold it to people and didn't give me money, they just stole my game and sold it to people and kept all the money for themselves, that would not be cool. And that's basically what people are doing with music right now, except for whatever reason, like, people don't think it's a problem. It's like it's okay, like, I don't care if people think it's a problem. It's like Trent said, it's scummy, and so that is why I'm psyched that people are doing it the right way, because it's not that hard to do it the right way. I mean, it takes some amount of effort, and that's the difference. And Twitch went through that. Twitch went to that effort, and so I think that's great for them, and I'm super psyched about that. Not that I plan on playing music on my stream, but I now could if I wanted to. No, Mr. David, you're so missing the point. Like, I'm really tempted to just ban you because, like, you're completely missing the point. You're completely missing the point. I don't want to ban you, so I shouldn't. But on the other hand, I kind of do, so I might. No promises. All right, I think this is fine. I think this new compass is top notch, stellar. No, it sucks. I hate it. I should probably just redraw it. And oh yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean I can just redraw it now because I have like it was drawn like the way it was drawn originally was it was drawn that way because of the constraints, and some of those constraints have been lifted. So I should just let's just redraw it. I'll keep the same colors though. Derp derp. We got one vote for ban. Ban is currently winning. uh, Doop doop. Derp derp derp. Compass. Actually, wait, no, I shouldn't draw the neck piece first. I should draw the compass first. And yeah, so before, like, this was, like, the center of the chest because, like, the torso was so small. But now I can put the center of the chest in the actual center of the chest. It should be, like, here. And then the, I think that's two votes for ban. I think that's a different name than before, is it? Oh, I was using the darker color for the straps. No, it like I said, I'm not going to like go to like if someone is doing like scummy things in their channel, like I'm not gonna bust into their channel and be like, oh, you're a jerk, you're a jerk or whatever. But like I'm not gonna like if people are having like if people are doing that and like they're having like just wasting their own lives being jerks, like that's fine for them. But in a conversation where someone is like, well, it's not that bad, I'm going to tell that person to shut up because it really is that bad. Like, I'm not going to harsh on someone else's fun, but don't pretend that it's okay. Like, at least acknowledge that it's really lame, right? Yeah. People are just like turbo dumb for some reason. Like, and it's my generation too. Like I downloaded stuff at some point because like I was young and I was like, oh, I can just download music for free off the internet because it was exciting. But then like at a certain point, I was like, oh wait, this is not fair to the artists. And then some people just haven't had the second epiphany. Like, all right, thank you, Mr. David. I'm gonna count that as a vote for not ban. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, it seems like some people just never got to the point where they're like, oh, well, it is fun to download music off the internet, but it's probably not right to do it. And like it's totally my generation, and I feel like I mean like I don't express this opinion very often because like a lot of people are like, but yeah, and like exactly, transparent. Yeah, so right, so like I'll if a stream is playing unlicensed music, like I think that's lame compared to like I'd really rather just watch the exact same stream without the music because then I would enjoy it more. But if they're taking donations for it, like specifically for it, like that, I just feel like that's over the line. That's like I think that's really far over the line. Actually, I think that's probably technically illegal, right? Like literally illegal. Like it's like I don't know. It's like if you went into a store and you bought a book and you reprinted that book, like you're not like stealing from the author by like reprinting their book. But if you sold that book and didn't give any payment to the author, like again, super lame. Like it like bootlegging like DVDs and stuff like that, super lame. Super lame. Lame forever. And like I don't know. It's really infuriating to have been born into a generation where surprisingly many people think that that's okay. Like a like distressingly large number of people think that that's an okay thing. um huh. Maybe that's fine. For some reason I don't like the compass anymore. I almost like the original version more than all of these things that I've done to it. Hold on, let me try the original version one more time just for comparison. 6640. 6640. So the original version was like that. Yeah, I think I moved it too high up. I think is part of why I think it looks weird now. I moved it too high up. It's supposed to hang a little bit lower. Yeah, and I moved it higher up so that it didn't get too close to the hand. But I don't think it's actually a problem if it gets close to the hand. Oh, you know, the other thing is that these aren't even the hands that we have at this stage. The hands that we have are the actually the gloved hands. So, yeah, whatever. I'll just make it... Like, maybe it'll touch the hand. I don't... Bearish Mushroom, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Try it for 10 hours. Yikes. Trumpet man for 10 hours. That's dedication. Alright, I'm just gonna hold on, let me see if let me see what this looks like if I just move it. Wait, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There we go. So wait, what if, I mean, I know I need to draw the straps, but like, what if, just relative, I'm just like trying to see what it looks like relative to the hand. I think I can put it like that close to the hand and it's probably still be okay. Actually, I can shift it over slightly, like that maybe. I think that might be a better place. How's that compared to the original? That's probably like the exact position of the original. No, it's slightly shifted. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be better. All right, so deselect. Eraser tool. Color picker. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna probably say that this is good regardless of what it actually is. Like, if it's actually good, then great. But I think I'm kind of done drawing that. Huh. It came out strangely oblong. Like, it reads, like, slightly too tall to me for some reason. So I'm gonna cheat it to be slightly shorter. I don't know why that turned out to be that way, but I don't know. I think just because of, like, the way the straps are done or something. Alright, now it seems slightly squarish, which it actually is, because I made it slightly squarish. And now it's probably going to seem oblong again. No, that's fine. That is super fine. I mean, the other thing I could do is actually make it a compass now. Like, now that I actually have more pixels to work with, like, I could, like, right, like, I've been calling it a compass, but, like, really all it's been is just, like, a little orange dot on the player's chest. Now that I have more pixels, I could actually make it a real compass. But, I mean, it wouldn't be, like, supremely detailed, but it'd probably be better. No, this is fine. Alright, so, yeah, and the dimensions of this definitely changed, too, so. Let's get rid of all this. And then, oh man, all this talk of Trumpet Man, I'm gonna have to go listen to it later. Oh, and actually the one last thing I will change is, it's not as shaded anymore, because it's not as far into the darker range. So that's probably good. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. Alright, so let's hide the back, hide the hands. Hide the other hands. Hide the head. Actually, not even the head. The adventure, the face. I'm just gonna call this face, because that's what it is, honestly. And then the legs. Basically everything. And then take the boundary of this. I guess I don't really need this last pixel, but I'm gonna take it anyways. All right, so take it from chest 2. This is actually chest 2 is actually the same as the shirt. We didn't actually change the white shirt. Trumpet Man. I don't have it stuck in my head right now. So while I can recall splendor of Trumpet Man, as soon as I listen to it again, it's gonna get immediately stuck in my head. And so I probably should just never listen to it ever again. But just because we talked about it as much as we did, I'm gonna have to. I know I'll have to at some point. All right. Oh shoot! Did I save this in the right place? Did I save this at all? No, I haven't saved it yet. Okay, good. Earlier I was like accidentally saving over things willy-nilly, and I should not do that. So yeah. Yes, replace this. Copy file, new. Okay, paste. File, save as this. Yes. Alright, so the new dimensions. The new dimensions for this are, oops, I was already looking at it. Data. No, those are the old dimensions. The new dimensions are 6640, 2526. Oh, that's funny. They inverted. They got a little bit shorter, or a little bit narrower, and a little bit taller. 2526. Yes. Alright, save that. Cool. And, alright, so next up is the walking stick, which I will just redraw. So, yeah, let's show stuff again. Hands, back, legs. Wait, what is layer? Oh, layer 18 was just that throwaway layer. Face, back, legs, hands. All right, so the difference between the stick and the walking stick is just length. So hands, hands layer 2, and then we can just take. I'll take the darker color first, actually. So basically just like this. Pretty much just that. But I made it a little bit lumpy, so let's just make it a little less lumpy. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Oh, I reran the script with only some of the assets updated, so the game looks probably really weird right now. I just remembered. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a look to see if it's noticeable. Because like some of these are the improved assets, and some of these are the old assets. Or like some of them are the updated assets, and some of them are the same old ones. The backpack definitely looks weird. The old backpack. I think I should fix that. Yeah. Because it's just, the outline is just too dark. It's just weird. It's just wide. I don't know. Like, usually I choose, like, two tones that are similar to each other. But, like, for the backpack, I just, like... You know what I think it was? I think after I drew it, I had to change the color balance or something. And so I tried to use, like, the, I tried to use the, wait, sorry. One sec. Sorry, I was just trying to see if I could see who heard the epic tale of peril and glory. It's not obvious though. All right, so So okay, so you know what I could do with the passive thing, and you know what I could do with just it should be in there somewhere, Buggy Joe. Uh, unless there's a bug. I am so witty. Sorry. Uh, yeah, you know what I could do with just like all of these things in general is like at the end of an event or when this passive bonus happens, like I could just like give a little like not I don't know like some indicator on the character. Nothing as like flashy as like the level up thing, but just like you know like a little bit of like a hey, pay attention to this guy. This guy's super cool. Uh, you know, something like that, and because with that I could just oh, you know what? You know what I just thought of? I'm not going to redraw the bird or the mouse. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep the original version, like I did with the hat. Like, because there was no reason that I had to scale those up necessarily. Those were the size they were because they were supposed to be. Because they were the size they were supposed to be. I feel like. So I might go back and do that as well because I just out of the corner of my eye I saw Lauren's bird fly by and I was like that is way bigger than I remembered making it and yeah it's because I literally scaled it up. So yeah I think I'm gonna fix that. Yes, I can do that, Buggy Joe. In fact, it's happening as we speak. Yeah, you get as you gain more experience points, you'll get more gear. So for example, like I was just drawing in the new. This is going to be the new walking stick. Although, yeah, no. While I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna do what I said with the mouse and stuff, with the mouse and the bird. Actually, yeah, no, I don't have to do that in art. I can do that in the file system. I'm just gonna. So yeah, familiar, mouse. I backed up the old art assets just in case I needed to reference them for any reason, and I consider this a reason. Uh, so C program files go. Nope, no program files. Go projects. Journey vault. Backups. Equipment. Wow, look at all these backups I have for equipment. Familiar mouse. All right, yeah. So this is the. I think this is the image before I blew it up. I think. Hold on. Let me just look at it in Paint.net to see for sure. Open with Paint.net. So this one is 32 by 12 pixels. This looks right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the original. But I can double check. Open equipment, familiar mouse. 32. Oh no, this is the blown up version. Huh. So it must have been not the I must have opened the wrong folder. It must have been the other backups folder. This one, for example. Familiar mouse. Edit. Yeah, 21 by 8. Okay, this one is the smaller version. Alright. Excellent. Alright, so I'm just going to whoops, cancel. Don't actually close that. Did not mean to do that. Alright, so I'm just going to copy these into here. Replace these. And then the same thing with the bird. And then I'll need to redo the coordinates. Because at the very least they change size. What? Oh no. I see those ones. I see them okay. Or at least I mean they look good on my screen. Yep. I'm far enough away. I have Better Switch TV. Yeah, I'm far enough away from the screen that I didn't actually recognize whose lovely smiling face that was until I looked close. But yep, that is the Gaben himself. All right, so copy these. Did I do this already? Paste here, replace these. Excuse me. Oh yeah, so for starters, I'll just no, I should reposition these. I can reposition these real quick though. All right, so now, yeah, I've copied them over. So now let's go into whatever, and we're just, so I need to do the backpack and I need to do the familiars real quick. So file, open. Yes, this guy, these little duders right here. Select all, copy. Yeah, what was what was the starting? Like, what are the current values? I mean, the dimensions are going to be way off, but -545. Wait, -5? Oh, I never converted these. -5? 45. Yeah, that was why the bird was too high up, I'm guessing. Because I just never converted the scale. So, alright, well that was another good thing that I found, I guess. So, negative, I don't know how to do -5, but, let's do, no, I must have been, no wait, this has got to be from the old one. I couldn't have been that off. Yeah, no, okay, that one was from the old one. I think I did, okay, yeah, that's slightly more real. Slightly more realistic. 3878. Alright, 3878. So that's where he would be. I think we can move him a little bit closer because he's a little bit smaller now. Oh, except, yeah, the other legs are wider, so I just need to make sure it doesn't look weird with the other legs. Alright, yeah, I think that's a good enough place for the little guy. Wait, what layer did I put him on? I put him on familiar 0. Whoops, no, I did not. No, I most certainly did not. Did I put him on the hands layer? Yep, I did. Whoops. That was frame 0, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was frame 0. Okay, so yeah, I think, hey, we got a new follower. Nemo64, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Thank you. Yeah, this is probably a good position. All right, so 4178, 41. Actually, I'll shift him down like a click as well. So 4179, and then 218. Hey, it's event time. Save this, and then yeah, I might as well put familiar 1 on as well. Copy, paste, 4179. You'll double mouse twice the mice. I don't know. So then, alright, so let's do the same thing with the void. File, open, familiar, blackbird. Okay. Little bird. So, yeah, where did the little bird used to live? The little bird used to live at what position? I think this is the one that was way off also. Oh, 21-0. Nah, that's way off. Nah, 21-0. That's crazy talk. That would have been way up here. 21-0? That would have been way up here. No, yeah, I don't know how that happened. The bird's supposed to be like here-ish. So yeah, that was definitely wrong. Oh, I haven't restarted the script since I made that change to the timing of the passive bonuses. So I think after this event, I'm probably going to restart the script, and that way I can check quickly to make sure that the bird looks okay as well. 3324. Whoops, wrong layer. Oh, wait, no, that was the correct layer. This one was on the wrong layer. Alright, copy 3324. There we go. we only need to see one of those layers. Alright. I just like having little animal friends there. Alright, so, yeah, that was way off. 33, 24. And then, 2117. Yeah. Good job, guys. You guys sure know how to loot some ancient relics and halls of treasures. Alright, so did anyone level up? Nope, but do you all see our experience points and everything? I'll just give it a second so that can play out, and then I'll restart the script. Oh yeah, and I haven't exported the new walking stick yet, but there are a lot of assets I haven't exported yet, so soon enough. Soon enough. Oh, and I need to do the backpack too. So yeah, I'm gonna restart the script. I'm gonna bring it down for a second, and then alright, so I did these. These ones all turned out just wonderfully. But I'm gonna do the backpack real quick because like there's just no reason for the backpack to look like that. So back layer 2 adjustments. I don't know, maybe I can just do this with the brightness and contrast. Basically this needs less contrast. Yeah, I mean basically just like that. Maybe even slightly less. Well, I mean I guess if I think of the if I look at like the hat as like a basis of comparison, then actually there are kind of like pretty dark lines with it. Like there can be a little bit of contrast there. But maybe more like that would be better than what it was before. Because I do want some contrast. Or what if it was just more like that? Maybe that's better. Yeah, I'll try this. See how this goes. And then the other layer too. Where's the other one? Back layer 0. Adjustments, brightness, contrast. Okay. Alright, so let me see if I can do this without having to hide all the other layers. I'll hide the chests layer 2, and that should be enough to... Yeah, that's plenty. Oops. A little too much there. One too many on this side. I don't know if I got too many on top or not, but... Alright, so back layer 0, copy, file, open. Equipment, backpack, these guys. So I might have been off by 1 pixel, but no, I got it. Good. And then back layer 2, copy, paste. There we go. Hopefully that's slightly better too. Oh, and I can do the walking stick, and then I'll restart the script. I will restart the script someday. Assure you. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes it takes me like forever. Hopefully today will not be one of those days. Alright, so... Actually, no. Yeah, while I'm hiding things, let's hide all of the things. Almost all of the things. Except for the hands. And do an extents on these bad boys here. Oops, it's too big. Yeah. I don't really need the bottom of the stick, but it doesn't hurt either. So copy that. File, new. Okay, paste. And this will be the new walking stick. Equipment, hands, walking stick. Yes. Replaced. Oh, wait, no, there's no gloves. There's no gloves! Oh, no! There's supposed to be gloves. So, wait, okay, hold on. I lied. Oh yeah, because I never put the gloves on. All right, so let's put on gloves first. uh, hands, glove stick. Uh, so, select all, copy, new layer, hand 0, let's line these up, and congratulations, you are the new hand 0, and then same with this, copy, hands 2, paste, is that lined up? Yeah. And then, oh, okay, so deselect. So most of the stick is like the same. I just need so I won't do the very top of it, but so like cut that from there. Oops, no, wrong wrong layer. Cut that from there. Slap it on there, and there we go. All right, so now this is good. We have our new walking stick. Slightly bent now that I look at it. But maybe that's fine. Maybe. Because it's actually not the walking stick that's bent, it's actually the original stick that was bent. So maybe I just don't care. No, it's easy enough to fix. All I have to do is take this back a click or two. Take it like back a pixel. But now is he holding it weird? Huh. Yeah, I feel like I just want to move it back by like half a pixel, like not like a full pixel. So maybe I should just ignore it and call it okay as it is. I can just slightly reshape it. Like it doesn't matter if it's not like there's any rule that the walking stick and the stick have to be the exact same shape. As long as when it's introduced it's the correct shape, that's fine. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker too. There we go. Oops, wrong tool. It's a little bit thicker. The walking stick. What? Why is that? Oh, that's on the other layer. I can get rid of this other layer now. Yeah. And then, actually, yeah. Sorry. Oh, I know why it got slightly greenish. Because I color picked from a slightly translucent. Yeah, that's what I was like, why are things getting slightly tinged green all of a sudden? But yeah, that's what it was. Oops, wrong tool. So, yeah, let's not have things get tinged green. Let's avoid getting tinged green, if we could. That one I think is slightly tinged green. So I really shouldn't be using the 1 pixel brush as often as I do. I really shouldn't be using it like basically at all, but here we are. Oh no, I know what I should do. I should right. Well, no, if I did this, I should do it to. No, fine. I'll just use the 1 pixel brush. I was gonna say I should just make the whole bottom half more shaded, but whatever. This is fine. This is like almost literally fine. No, this is totally fine. This is good. Ship it. Ship this. Oh, him to be. Sorry, I was like zoomed out of chat for a little while, but how's it going? Thank you very much. Sorry for being slow on the chat. I'm using it is a Wacom tablet. It is the model is the Bamboo Pen. I think it's out of like production. I think they introduced like a new model, but it's basically like just their cheapest tablet because like I'm not an artist. I'm not a good artist, and like everyone's an artist, but I'm not very good. And so yeah, I just really like having like any tablet because just having a tablet, even if it's like a really small, inexpensive one. I got this one for like $50, so it's night and day. But like if I was trying to do this with a mouse, I would have gone insane. I would have gone more insane. Uh, excuse me. All right, so paste here, paste that, save this. This is the real one. File, save as, walking stick. Yeah, here we go. Okay, and then same deal for file new. All right, paste this. Oops, wrong layer. This layer, copy, paste. Yes, there we go. Save as. Yep. All right, cool, done with the walking stick. So, oh yeah, red boots or red pants. Red pants is easy because I don't have to like line it up or anything. Red pants is just hold on, let's look at everything. This is how I did it the first time too. Is oh, I don't have to see both pairs of legs at the same time. Oops, I don't have to see both pairs of legs at the same time. Okay, so yes, CTL 470. Yeah, 470. Yeah, it's yeah, it's good. They and it doesn't have to be like this exact model, but like yeah, just like whenever I need a new tablet, I just go to Wacom's store, and because I don't know, they've always been good. So like if a brand like does fine by me, like I don't know, I'll tend to like stick with something that I know is like a known commodity, like a known quantity if it's like really good. So, and like Wacom tablets have always been fine for me. So yeah, whenever I need a new one, I just like go to their store. Like if I ever got a really bad one, like maybe I'd consider another brand. But like yeah, I just like I go there and like it's like how much money do I feel like spending? And I'll just like, even when I just get the cheapest one, then like that it works. The only time I've ever really upgraded is if well, I think I've always gotten the cheapest one. And like sometimes just like, if it's been like 5 or like 7 years, like sometimes I'll be like, I want a new cheap one. I don't know, because like they make it, they are making improvements. Like for example, for the same price point, like the first Wacom tablet I got, hey, new follower, TV, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Yeah, so like back when I got my first tablet, like this one would have cost like way more. Like my first tablet was literally like the drawing surface was like this big. It was so small. So like even by buying the cheapest one over time, it's still like, it's still a good upgrade, because it's just getting bigger and bigger and better. So yeah. Oh yeah, so the pants. Literally the way that I did the pants is just adjustments, hue, saturation. Not like that. Kept the same saturation, or maybe bumped up the saturation, and just went just spun this around until we landed on red. There we go. And that is how you make red pants. So it can't be pink. It can't be pink. I think I might make them slightly less red. Because last time they were like in your face red. They were like violently red. They will still be quite bright though. I think that might even fit a little bit better. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Construct too. I'm really jealous of the whole thing. Can't you do on a regular tablet? Oh, no. Nope. Like a tablet, like a mobile tablet. No. You can get a stylus for like one of these tablets, but like a like an iPad type tablet, but they're in general they're really bad. I've noticed. I mean, like they're good for what they are, but these were meant to be operated by a finger. And so on like these things, that like an iPad type tablet, everything is like really big, and precision doesn't really matter that much because as long as you like press in the right general region, it'll pick up what you were doing. But the other side of that is that since it was never designed for very precise controls, like it's really hard to get that level of precision. So even if you use like they make like stylusy type things that like I guess are kind of okay, but like my friend like really wanted a good one, and so she's bought like 4 different styluses trying to find one that like actually worked well on her tablet, and like they're all just like you like okay. So just as a basis of comparison, I spent like $500 on this because this is like an iPad mini. It has mobile and everything. I use it as my mobile device, and it has like very poor precision. I spent $50 on this. Such good precision, like laser sharp, like and pressure controls. Yeah, oh, pressure controls are great because like this program doesn't do it, but you can actually like feather your brush strokes so that if you press harder, it makes bigger brush strokes, and if you press lighter, yeah. So I know, but maybe it wasn't 500. It might have been closer to like 400. But like, I mean, I'm gonna have it for years. So yeah. Oh, actually, the great part about the fact that I'm gonna have it for years is that I've only had it for like. I've had it for about a year at this point, but 4 months ago, you're probably not going to be able to see it on camera. I dropped it, and so it has like spider webs. Still works. But at this point, it'd probably make an especially poor drawing device because of that. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is good. Oops. Okay, so, and then I'll apply this change to all of the leg layers. Adjustments. Whatever. Activate. Adjustments. Hue and saturation. Activate. Adjustments. Hue and saturation. Activate. Whoa, did the script just crash? Oh no, I never reran the script because, like I said, I am very forgetful about that. All of a sudden, I just realized there was nothing there, and I was like, "Whoa, did it just no?" All right. There we go. Let's see how this works. So this should so this is the version where we fixed how the events were happening right on top of the passive bonuses. So that should be better now. Yes. Let's hope. Backpack should be better color. What else went into this build? Some of the art got improved. The bird isn't like off in space now. Alright. Whoa. Oh, that's funny. I just realized like how much of the screen I'm covering. I just looked at OBS and I'm like, oh wow, look, my head is like covering up. Like if I was standing over here, I'd be covering up the mouse like entirely. I guess I don't know if that's better, but I'll just like, I'll try and keep it more like that. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm actually covering up the mouse more than I was before, but whatever. Let me know if I accidentally am covering something up with my big stupid head. Let me know. My head is really big and really stupid, so it does that sometimes. Alright, so now let's show all the legs, hide the other layers. Doop-a-doop, doop-a-doop-a-doop. Show the legs, hide the others. Okay, so now let's copy the leg monster over to the other thing. Copy file new. Yeah, I'm just gonna do new ones because why bother trying to resize the canvases for the other ones? So send to bug report. Gaben is always in your heart, Trent Sterling. Did you send the bug report directly to Gaben? Because I hear he checks his email, so you might get a faster response that way. What was I doing with this? Oh yeah, equipment, legs, boots in red, and this is 3. I started on the other side for some reason. Yes. Yes. Alright, so going in reverse order, copy, file, new. Okay. Paste. Save. 2. Yes. Okay. Layer 1. Copy. File. Open. 1. Nope, I lied. That's not how I'm doing this. File new. This repetitious stuff, I'm just not cut out for it. I make too many stupid errors when I do stuff this way. Okay. So this is basically like SideQuest HD. It would be a really stupid thing to call what I'm working on right now. Because I mean, it's not high definition, but it is slightly higher definition. It just reminds me of when they take like a, you know, a 2D game from days of yore and they make it like HD. One character with 20 frames? Me, personally, it takes like an eternity. Like a real animator? I don't know, that's a good question. There are some tools you can use that are like, there are some tools you can use that like, instead of having to draw each individual frame, you basically like set up like a paper doll, and that way you can like, you know, you can only draw it like fewer times, and like to some extent, like for simple like translation, like if you had an arm that was just like this, for example, you could just like have the doll, and then like you could use like the move tool and just like move it like that, and like not even, I mean like, yeah, you could even do that with the rotation tool, but there are some tool sets that like are literally set up in order for you to like basically define your character like that, and so that way like that can save you some drawing time. But like I instead, like as you might have noticed, I just went for the lo-fi approach, and it's supposed to like I compare it to like, for example, did I say, no, I haven't saved this one yet. I compare it to like if you're playing a tabletop role-playing game, like the little like pewter figurines that you have. Yeah, paint.net. It does the trick. It's entirely usable. Sorry, 1 second. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna turn off the microphone for a second. I'll be right back. Hopefully I'll remember to turn the microphone on again this time too. Alright, I remember to turn the microphone on. I'm getting better at this. Okay, so pants are almost done. I just need to do the dimensions for the pants. Equipment. This head. Legs. Boots in red. Boots and cats and boots and... Hey, new follower! Gambit Animating! Welcome! Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Thank you. I like your name. It's just very, it's like, I don't know. Well, I really like Gambit from the X-Men. I think is what it is. But no, it just has a ring to it. 60, so 61, 61. 61, 61. Oh, maybe that's why the dimensions were off on that other asset. Maybe I just never updated the dimensions. 48, 21. Uh, that might have been those might have been the dimensions that were left over from like the script that I ran that just automatically changed those numbers. So I don't know. That's my excuse, anyways. Uh, I do you want to see some of my other games, TV? Uh, I have a game called Hero, where you are a yellow rectangular prism, basically just two cubes stacked on top of each other. And then I have another game where you are like a little you're a little square and you can move around and turn different colors. I have what else? I have a game where well those are my best ones, but yeah. Yeah, Channing. Well, okay, so I was with you for half of that statement, Hyper. I don't know if it's actually going to be good, but that is going to happen. um, I'll see it. I'll see it, right? I don't I don't know if I'm going to expect it to be good, but I will see it. I will go to see it. uh, all right, what's up next on the list? Pointed cap, we already did. Long gloves, walking stick. All right, so this is easy enough. We just, I think we tint the gloves, and I think we desaturate the gloves, and we make them longer. I think is how that goes. Let me double check. So equipment, hands, long gloves, walking stick. Yeah, I think the gloves turn like a darker gray. So let's hide some of our many legs, restore some of our other whatevers. Okay, so yeah, once again we'll want to tint the gloves grayscale, and then and it doesn't matter if we get some of the wrist because we're gonna draw over the wrist. Anyways, and huh. Also have to be careful around the edge of the staff or the stick, so that I don't accidentally. Oh, excuse me. So that I don't accidentally desaturate too much of it. Programming in Unity. Ooh, yeah, I've heard pixel art is tricky in Unity. Oh, the game that I'm making right now is actually what's happening on the bottom of the screen here. It's I'm calling it Side Quest. So I got into game dev streaming, and of course, because this is what I do, I immediately started, hey, event time. Speaking of side quest, because it's what I do, I immediately started thinking of like, how can I turn this into a game? And so side quest is basically my shot at making a light adventure game that plays out during the stream. And so here we have it. I mean, it's still a work in progress, but yeah. So Trusty Bard, for example, is like the storyteller. So Trusty Bard is how you kind of get the details of the story, and Trusty Bard also tells us what's up in terms of like the results and that sort of thing. He might be a robot. Don't tell him though. and then there's more to it, but yeah, those are like the basics. That's like the gist of it. So you can probably guess how to play it just by seeing what other people do. All right, yeah, I was saying stuff about gloves and stuff. So now let's do that. Select a jig. Doop-a-doop. Adjustments. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make it a little different this time. Maybe. or I'm going to be careful with this just so that I can make it how I want. Make sure that it turns out how I want. So, or no, sorry, not brightness, contrast. Hue, saturation. And of course not the values that we have right here, because those values are crazy. Instead, 0 hue changes, 0 saturation, yes. Deselect. So now the gloves are gray, but part of the wrist disappeared because it's on top of a gray shirt and it looks like it's the exact same tone. So let's draw back in the wrist. Brush size 2, please. So yeah, they're basically just going to be like, last time they fanned out a little more than I'd like them to this time. Like, they looked a little exaggerated. And again, like, a lot of stuff looked a little exaggerated in the old art just because it had to look a little exaggerated to be visible at all. But now that our art is just bigger, we don't have to go quite as far with it. Alright, so now let's do the same thing on the other layer. And this one I have to be careful about the stick to not get too much of the stick. Whoops. And I of course got too much of the stick, so I'll have to go back and trim some of that out. Like here, for example. It's probably okay. Yeah, that's probably okay. And I actually don't want to get this much of the arm either. Yeah, sure. We'll call that good. So again, desaturate completely. I should be saving more often in case I find that crash involving desaturation and multi-selection. Oh, sorry, you are trying to link to something. What are you trying to link to? Oh no! Oh gosh! Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Oh no! Oh no! I ruined everything. Hold on. Sorry. I accidentally clicked a link on my other computer when I shouldn't have. Stop! No! All right. Sorry. I just I accidentally ruined everything. So I'm just gonna say like no links right now because I'm doing something on my other computer. Well, I was doing something on my other computer before everything just got ruined forever. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, this is just gonna take me a second to fix. Sometimes I'll just transcribe links, but right now, just today's not a good day for it. So just like if you want to share something with someone, like tell them how to Google it, please. I guess that'd be my suggestion. Sorry, just 1 second. Alright, so it didn't get ruined yet. Let me see. Sorry, I'm not actually going anywhere. I'm just gonna step off camera for a second so I can look at something on my other computer so I can get it back into shape. So we can get on with the show. It'll only take a second. Alright. Doop doop. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. I miss you guys. Alright. Actually, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Almost there. Almost there. And then the last thing I have to do is just to go like... Alright, I think we're back on track. I think we're doing it. I think we're good. Stop! Seriously, stop. 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 I'm just gonna rinse chat real quick. Cause stop. If you wouldn't mind. So sorry. Alright, we're good. Alright. Like alright. I think I desaturated this, right? Alright, yeah, I did that. And then yes, so glove times. Pardon. that's the wrong tool. That is not the first time I've done that. And then, oh yeah, I'll just, yeah. Alright, this one's gonna be, I can do this. I can do this. The 1 hour is the smallest denomination. 600 seconds, that would be 10 minutes, right? Or wait, 600? I don't know. Alright, this isn't gonna look great. I'm just gonna stop touching it. It's gonna look like that, is what it's gonna look like. Alright. So cool. Sorry, I just want to make sure the other thing that I have on my other computer is working. Are you working? I think so. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Still working. So I'm never going to do that in DA. I don't know what that is going to yield, and I'm never going to find out what that yields because I'm never going to do that. Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. So we have the hands done. So, oh yeah. You know what I can do here, which is I think simpler, is just I'm just gonna copy over the files from Walking Stick, like literally all of them. Replace Long Gloves Walk Stick, and then just paste over just the glove section. So close those. File open. Yes. Yeah, there's the dev tool, like it only there really needs to be an option for like ban for like 5 minutes, because like that's actually what I want to do most of the time. But yeah, it only has like ban for like an hour is the lowest denomination I can use, so I usually just if you do a long ban and then a short ban, the short ban will undo the long ban. That's how that works. Okay. Have a good night, Black Mias. Have a wonderful sleep times. So okay, yeah. So now Long Gloves Walk Stick. Let's open these, and instead of doing, because like I don't want to do the extents and all that business and like hide in all the other layers, so I'm just gonna copy a portion of it, not even the whole thing, and that way I can just paste this in, and it'll be easy enough to line up, I hope, because like it keeps relatively the same shape. It's just actually I'm gonna do it on a separate layer, just so I can line it up quite right, or just make sure I'm lining it up right. Is that correct? Yeah. And so then cut and paste. There we go. All right. Sure, why not? Excuse me. Save that. And then I used to work in AAA, and of course I worked on plenty of products that got released and sold in stores and sold online and all that business. But I haven't released any personal projects for sale yet. I mean, of course, SideQuest is now playable, but it's not. it's never going to get like more released than it is now, right? Because like it play like well, that's not 100% true. I might make it like someday down the line once I get it like all good and how I want it. I might I might release it for like other streamers to use, but like that's the thing. Like it always plays inside a stream, so uh, like in terms of like whoops, in terms of like getting people to play it, like it's as released as it ever is. Like it's as playable right now as it'll ever be, and like you know you're never gonna have to like buy it or anything. It's just like you know it's on when it's on and it's not when it's not. I am planning like I wasn't planning on working on side quest for this long. I just kind of like I've kept coming up with things to do on side quest, and so I've kept doing things on side quest. But actually, I was telling myself like I would have started like several weeks ago. I was supposed to have started. Hey, it's event time. Like actually, yeah, more. It's been over a month since I started saying like I should really get started on my first project, like my first real project. And I've just been saying that for a while, but like I said, I keep coming up with stuff to do on side quests, and so I keep doing stuff on side quests. So, oh, like yeah. So how am I making money right now? You might ask yourself, and I ask myself that a lot because I'm not. I'm just not making money right now, which is weird. And like it's one of those things that like. Every now and again, like, I'll be like, oh my god, ah! I'll, like, freak out, like, I'll have a panic attack about it. Like, I'm gonna die homeless on the streets. But the thing that I'm doing now is I'm actually, like, I have some savings that I'm basically using to, like, I'm spending some money that I've saved up in order to get my life, like, kind of more in the direction that I was hoping for it to go in. Because like I felt like I was in AAA and I was like doing stuff and like it was fine, like it was it was really good experience I guess. But I just like I felt like I was like kind of like swept away in like a much greater tide, and like so the cool thing about being indie is that you can basically do whatever you want, right? I mean, you should probably do something that will result in you not dying homeless on the streets, but so I want to find like a middle ground between that, between those two things. Yeah, so I do intend to make money at some point, and I'll let you know when that happens if you if you feel like giving me money. All right. Excuse me. Yeah, that's so like licensing tools. I've been cutting back on like life costs. Like I've been living like as simply as possible. Like my new breakfast is really good actually, but it's really cheap. It's it's like purple goo, or it's like purple. It's really weird looking, but it's actually beautifully purple colored, and because I take a grapefruit, a whole grapefruit, or I peel it and I take out the seeds, but like a whole grapefruit, an apple. Again, I cut out the core, but most like an apple, a whole bunch of red cabbage and sunflower kernels, and you throw them in a blender, and you like. You have to pour in water too, because otherwise it'll just turn into like sludge, or like you know, it won't blend. But yeah, you just like, and then it's weird and it's good though, and it's really cheap, because sunflower kernels, apples, grapefruits, and cabbage are all really cheap foods. Like they're, no, are you kidding? Apples are like $1 a pound. Cabbage, I think, is like $1.29 a pound. Sunflower kernels are like $3 a pound. But like you don't need many sunflower kernels, because sunflower like seeds and nuts are like so calorie dense. Like you only need a very small amount. And then what was the other one? Grapefruits. Grapefruits are, I don't know exactly how, because I don't know exactly like how much per pound they are, but like you can get like a probably about $1 a pound, right? Because you can get like a 5-pound bag of grapefruit for $5. So like, because like the bag of grapefruit still costs $5, and it comes with like 7 of them, 6 or 7. So that's like a whole week's worth of grapefruit for, uh, yeah. It's like there's not a situation where you can't afford like fruits and veg because like that's literally like what people are made of. Because if you're not eating fruits and vegetables, you're basically dying. So like saying like yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, yeah, saying you can't afford fruits and veg is basically saying you just can't afford food, basically. Um, which is it's horrible that some people are in that situation. But I I don't know. I'm like one of those people who like spends a lot of time thinking about what they eat. I mean, a lot of time I just eat pizza, but I spend a lot of time thinking about it. I actually haven't had pizza in a long time because you know it's a lot cheaper than pizza. Sorry, this stream is now like budget food stream, but just throwing it out there. You know what is way cheaper than pizza is nachos because you can make them yourself and they're really quick and easy. And I've been eating so much nachos. Yeah. All right, sorry. I'll get back to the game dev. All right. uh, so we just did we skipped pointed cap. We did long gloves, and so now full pack. Okay. Full pack is the bigger backpack. It is much bigger, and it has some detailing on it. So I'll probably want to. I'll copy this over and touch it up instead of trying to redraw it. I think the strap is the same. I think the strap actually doesn't change. All right, so copy this. Back 0. No, back 2. Paste. And what are the presumed coordinates here? Equipment. Back. Full pack. Datas. Oh. Yeah. You can totally make pizza by yourself. The thing about nachos is that it takes like 0 effort to make them by yourself, which is a big part of the criteria when I think about like what type of food I want to make for myself. Is like, can it take almost 0 effort and be done in several minutes? And if the answer is yes, then I'm on board. Okay. So 56 33. Hike. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Whoops. 56 33. All right. And I think the only thing different about this strap is that it's a slightly different tone. Like this backpack is a slightly different tone than the other backpack. Yeah, whatever. I'll redraw it. Oops, wrong there. 66. Whoops. 6633. Or 5633. 5633. Whoops. Oh gosh, what's happening? 5633. Alright, yeah, I definitely have to redraw that strap. Alright, so. Oh, Gambit, animating. It was nice to have you here. I hope to see you again sometime. Have a good whatever time of day it is where you are. Yeah, no. Nachos, nachos are not healthy food. I moved apartments and I moved to a different area, and like the week before I moved out, it occurred to me I'm never gonna go to like all my favorite food places ever again. And I got like sad about that, and it was like because the other thing is I really liked my old apartment, so I think I was just like, I was like anxious about a lot of things, and so I like somehow I convinced myself like I should go eat at all my favorite food places before I move away. Uh, and so I spent like a week eating like basically pizza every day for like a week because I was like I'm never gonna have this pizza again. and then um and then it was the holidays. That was literally the week after Thanksgiving. So for one thing, I spent all of Thanksgiving eating like eating like food at my relative's place and stuff, and just delicious like holiday type foods, and then I did that week long thing where I just ate like tons of junk food, and then like the next holidays were like right around the corner, and so I've just been like I've gained so much weight. It's really gross. You guys, like, if you see me like this a bunch, it's because I'm trying to hide the fact that I like basically have like a double chin. I'm really self-conscious about it. And no, I know it's a problem. I just oops, wrong thing. I just yeah, I have to get back into better habits, but for until that happens, there's been a lot of nachos. There have been a lot of nachos in the meantime. All right, so I'm not going to change much about this. I just want to clean up the line work a little bit. Like just all this like fuzzy stuff is just unnecessary. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna actually draw over it and then just like erase down the outside to get it cleaner again, and draw out the inside again. Because this is basically what it's supposed to look like. Oops, not quite like that, but like actually no, that part should probably stay a little bit more toned down, just so that it doesn't look weird against the ear. Though this whole thing just kind of turned out a little bit weirder than it used to be, I think. This wasn't supposed to be like, yeah, the two sides of this weren't supposed to be quite so separated. There's just supposed to be like a tone divider between the two. So like more like that actually. All right, and same thing here. So I'll go around the outline with the darker line first, and then go around with the eraser to get it just cleaned up a little bit. Because the whole deal with these assets is just that they don't need to be as schmumphy as they used to be. Because no one likes schmumphy assets. No one likes that. I'll just redraw that little part, that little piece there. And yeah, just like with the other stuff, it's basically just a matter of touch-up. And I will I guess I'll shade like the edges just so that it steps away from the character's arm a little bit. Just enough so that it's distinct. Oh yeah, and there was like there was like a little that action going on there. That doesn't look quite right. Hold on. Yeah, whatever. Still doesn't look quite right, but I don't care. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not gonna bother hiding the other layers because, like, well, is that really the same color? For some reason, like the shoulder strap looks a lot yellower than the backpack does. I'm just gonna redraw the shoulder strap. I mean, it's probably just an illusion based on like the colors that it's up against, but I don't like it. It bugs me. It'll take like half a second to redraw. Or hypothetically, you could see the other strap at this point, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with that. Yeah, that's funny. For some reason, like the color over here looks like a little bit warmer, and the color over here looks a little bit like greener for some reason. I don't know what that's about.